Dada, how are you doing?
I'm well, my lion. Blessed love and respect. What a pleasure it is. King Lagazee, Asaase FM. Oh my God, I'm in heaven right now. It's a beautiful thing. Rastafari.
So we're live on 99.5 in Accra, 98.5 in Kumasi, 100.3 in Cape Coast, and 99.7 in the northern region, Tamale. Asaase Radio, we are nationwide. My name is King Lagazee, and my guest is all the way from South Africa. In the person of Mr. Menelik Nesta Gibbons, a.k.a. Don Dada. Don Dada, you most welcome to Asaase Radio, the voice of our land.
Love and respect. Thank you so much. What a pleasure it is to be with you, my king. I've been waiting, and it's such an honor. King Lagazee, Asaase FM, we love it. We love it all the way down in South Africa. It's a beautiful thing.
All right, we give thanks. So let's step right into action. Which side of South Africa are you?
So I am based in Johannesburg, South Africa. It's right there next to Pretoria, one of the capitals. South Africa has three capitals, Pretoria, Bloemfontein, Cape Town. I'm right next to Pretoria. Johannesburg, city of gold, city of dreams, you know, sir.
All right, city of gold, city of dreams. What? Easy. Yeah, man. So, please high up your volume a bit for me over there. So, yeah, high up your volume a bit over there. So, for me, so that I can, hear you loud and clear. All right. So,
oh man.
All right.
Is it better? Is it loud and clear?
Yeah. It's loud and clear. Everything is everything. All right. So, tell me now, how is reggae music like in South Africa? Especially reggae music. How is it like?
Well, with reggae music, things have changed since the passing of the legend Lucky Dube. Reggae music has kind of taken a back seat in South Africa. It's not one of the most dominant genres like it used to be. It's not filling up stadiums like it used to be. We have one of the largest Rastafarian communities in the world. That's in the Western Cape. Something like 2 million people in Knysna, 2 million Rastafari. So it's a very strong movement. But as far as on media platforms, reggae music is not getting the dues that it's paid, it should be getting. But it's not a problem because I'm here now. So we're working to change that and give reggae music a new life, and bring it back to the masses. That's what we're doing.
All right. We give thanks. You did mention that when Lucky Dube was alive and kicking, reggae music was at the top, and now that Lucky Dube is no more, reggae music has taken a back seat. So are you telling me that look like Lucky Dube was reggae music, and from the man is no more, there is nobody out there that really can even stand for it, even not, Lucky Dube's daughter, Nkule Dube, because I've seen her touring, playing all the big festivals and all that. And from her home country, trust me, reggae music is not all that strong. I am just wondering.
Yeah, look, there's great artists. There's artists that have received the South African Music Industry Award for reggae music. There's very great artists. But when it comes to mainstream media and getting it playlisted like the other genres, reggae music is just, it's not in that position. Now, perhaps it's because of the content of reggae music. Reggae music is it's a rebel music. It's a music of the soul. It makes the masses move. Perhaps the content is not what's wanted. Perhaps the context, the time period for reggae music has moved. It was strongly used before the fall of the apartheid regime. After the fall of the apartheid regime, then less reggae was being played. So perhaps there's that's added to it. And then also is to remember that South Africa's music industry has been largely dominated complemented over recent times by dance music. We talk about dano, we talk about boom. It's different types of music that reggae music is not really very close to. So those have taken the forefront, and every other genres have fallen back, and that would include reggae. So we're working tirelessly to bring it back to where it needs to be. But as you said, it's a big fight. It's a big fight. You have to go outside of the country to try and make your name and then bring it back home once you have something to bring to the people.
All right. So you did mention over 2 million, Rastafari, people in South Africa, and all these people are, reggae people. So what are you guys doing in terms of the movement to bring reggae music to the forefront? Because over 2 million people, it means that, listen, we are many and we can push the agenda. You understand me? Irrespective of other journalists we have and all that. If we are over 2 million, it means that, listen, we can do something. So what is preventing the item from moving forward?
Well, when you look at the 2 million that we're speaking of, it's based in Knysna, that's in the Western Cape, which is about 1,200 kilometer journey from where I stay in Johannesburg. So it's quite a distance from where I am. Johannesburg is the business mecca. It's the mecca of all media. You have all the media houses based out here. Western Cape is a different place. It's within its own bubble, if I could say that. So in order to connect with that community, you'd have to then make a move to go towards that community. It would be hard for you to connect to them without being in the proximity of them. That would be a problem that people have. The second thing that you're looking at is that music in general has changed. When you look at how it's consumed, it's now being pushed on a digital platform with streaming and so on and so forth. It's not being consumed in a physical manner. So even if you connect with the 2 million people, they're going to go online and they're going to stream. You're going to be streamed part of them, but that's not correct. Connecting to mainstream media. When we talk about radio, when we talk about television, is a different realm. With mainstream television and radio, as I said, reggae is viewed on the fringes. And also, when you mix religion with the music, with the culture, then it becomes even more of a question, because then they would say, all right, if we're going to play reggae music, then we should also play the music of the people of the Muslim faith, and to be fair to everyone of the Christian faith and everyone else. And I guess in order to avoid going in that direction, they tend to music that has religious connotations. For me, I don't think it's correct. We're looking at a moral regeneration, and we're trying to rebuild the nation's morals. So I wouldn't involve musics that have such positivity, but I'm one of the very few. So we're fighting that battle, like I said.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest is one Don Dada, all the way from South Africa. Easy. Now, let's step into your career now. Don Dada, let us know you. Tell us about yourself.
So I am a multi-platinum, multi-genre performing MC and artist from reggae, hip-hop, and everything in between. That's me. I started my career at the tender age of 13. My first release was on a Hype magazine, a hip-hop magazine that's very popular throughout South Africa. And from there, I started moving forward. At the age of 15, I was bringing major radio stations to the house to do broadcasts and promote the music that I was pushing. And at 18, I went and I studied music at the Academy of Sound Engineering, putting me into a position where I could really understand not only the music, but the business behind the music. I opened up my own record label and started working on my music. My first release was Avant-Garde, received very well by the masses, and I followed that up on my track Viva Mandela, which sold 2.4 million downloads in the space of 4 months. I followed that up by the Viva Mandela remix with the Mahotela Queens. And then I was invited to do the farewell to Mama Winnie, All Blacks and Dukes at Carfax, which was an honor and a pleasure to take part in commemorating such a legendary figure in our society. And then we've moved forward as Rough Cut Studio, my company that you see behind on the wall. We've now partnered with Tough Gong International on a distribution deal in order for me to be able to provide the services that I have to all those around me. I didn't want to go in as an artist. I wanted to go in as a company, and thank the Lord that Tough Gong allowed us to do such an amazing thing. So we're building with that as well. And as you see me now, right behind me, I'm working on my double album, The Heart and the Mind. Is something very special. One disc hip hop, one disc dancehall, reggae music. And I'm hoping that it comes to you very soon in the next month or so. So pushing, always busy, community building, working with the all. That's Don Dada in a nutshell.
All right. Wow. Wow. Yo, Don Dada, I like the way you speak, you know. I like it. It's like everything is programmed or everything is recorded and you press play and it's flowing just like that. I like it. Now, talk to me about your growing up. What kind of parents were you born to? And how come the hip-hop influence?
Well, in 1980, in the streets of Harare, Zimbabwe, my mom met Robert Tamale. They had a brief conversation. He asked her about African history, and to which, because the curriculum in schools at the time didn't really teach much African history, she couldn't really give him a good answer. So he started asking about Ethiopia, and he said, look, please, when you leave here, do your research and find out more about Ethiopia and about Africa itself, which she duly did. And then, of course, he had asked her that if she ever has a son at one stage in her life, please name him after him. So my name is Menelik, after King Solomon, Queen of Sheba, the lineage of Emperor Haile Selassie. Meaning my mom did a history and she's named me something so powerful, so beautiful. My middle name is Nesta, Menelik Nesta Gilbert Nesta Marley. So she kept a promise to a legend of the industry. And my mom is one of the most supportive you could ever have behind your back. She's my manager, my PR. The co-owner of Rough Cut Studio, we push that together. So it's a beautiful thing. Father and son, it's like two generations. What could be better? It's a beautiful thing. And then, of course, I've got my daughter, who's the next artist on the come up. I've started working on her music. It's going to be something beautiful. Now, I know a lot of artists, they don't have supportive families. So it means being very blessed within this life. It's something that's very special to have family that stands behind you, believes in a dream like music. It's very special. So I thank Jah Rastafari every night, every day for what he's provided me with. And I try and do them proud. I mean, people that support you like that, you got to do them proud. So that's what I'm doing.
All right. So your mom met Bob Marley in the 1980s, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Was that in Africa or in Jamaica?
In Zimbabwe, during Zimbabwe's independence, when Bob Marley had come to perform for Zimbabwe's independence.
Okay. So it means that your mom is from Zimbabwe, right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So she met Bob Marley, had conversations with Bob Marley, and from that conversation, but if I look into your face, I'm not going to lie to you. You have some of the features of Bob. You know what I mean?
Easy.
I wish, but you know, that would have been like a 7-year pregnancy because I was born 7 years later. You know, sir.
I know, but I am saying that if I look into your face, based on a story you're telling me and based on the conversation that your mom had with Bob, and Bob told your mom that if you are to give birth to a son, name the son after me. You understand me? And then boom, bam, your mom did the honest job by giving you Nesta. You understand me? Yes. And if I look into your face, I could see it. I am not trying to say that around that time Bob Marley had something to do with your mom. No, but I'm saying that by giving you that name, when I look into your face and I try to picture Bob Marley's picture and all that kind of thing, I can see some features. You understand me? So it is good that your mom did the honest thing by naming, by giving you the name Nesta. You understand me? So it means that, and at the same time, you're working with your mom, and your mom is in full support of whatever you are doing.
definitely, all the time. Have to be.
All right. So I was asking, where from the hip hop influence then?
Sorry, I forgot. So the hip hop influence, well, you know, in Joburg at the time, hip hop was something that was very strong. It was something that was playing in all of the Kasis and well, the Kasi you could what would you call it? A township, in the townships and in all the places that we were growing up in. So it's something that I was very connected to, especially with the people that were around me at the time. And I thought it was very intriguing. I remember it was my first day in high school, and the teacher had asked people if they can do anything special. And someone that we're in primary school with, he got up and he started freestyling. And in his freestyle, he dissed me and he sat down, and I'd never rapped. I'd never done nothing like that before, but I was like, I can't let this guy diss me. So I got up and I answered. And then from there, I was a rapper. The career was born. I just fell in love. The bug bit me. And yeah, I grew from there.
Wow. So in school, someone diss you in a form of a rap and all that, and you decide to just answer back. You said, no, me not let go this man. You mad? Me not let go this man. Yeah, listen, boom, bam, boom. And you reply him, and from there, everything, you know, became history. Now, so the rap influences from there, how did reggae step in?
Well, like I was saying, reggae has been a part of my life before my life. It's something that I've always just been a part of. If you look at my dreadlocks, I've been growing my dreadlocks for 36 years. I've never cut my hair in my life. So reggae and Rastafari has been a part of me. So I felt like it was a natural progression. Also, if you consider that hip hop was started by DJ Kool Herc, New York City, who was an immigrant from the Caribbean, who took the style of Sound Clashes and adapted it to play in American records. And that's how you got hip hop. So for me, it was like just going more deeper into the roots of something I love. I love hip hop. I love reggae. It's music I've always been around. So it felt more academic than anything. Like it felt like I was researching, and the more I researched, the more in love I felt. Reggae music is so spiritual. It's also something you can play for your entire family. It's music you can play for your daughter, your mom, your grandmom. And I love that factor because I don't want songs that I can't play for my family. I want everyone to enjoy what I'm making. And that's how reggae took over.
Okay. All right. How many albums have you, Menelik?
You know, 10 singles. Yeah, I might not be accurate. A couple features. I've done a lot of work, so it's hard to. From 13 to 36, I've done a lot of work, so it's hard to count albums. 10 singles, round about there.
Okay, all right.
Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest is a South African. You understand me? You know, and he's in the person of Dada. He's been done that. You understand me? He was influenced by hip hop. You understand me? At a tender age, in a battle that he had to defend himself. You understand me? On the level, and right from there, it became part of him. Reggae music has been part of him from the word go till now. You know what I mean? Before we talk about the new single, Rise Up, you know, let's talk about sound system culture in South Africa. How is it like being, you know, let's say reggae dancehall artist? You understand me? That, you know, sometimes because if I play a music, I could feel some kind of rap and all that kind of thing. Try to fuse in almost everything, you know, and the other day I played you and a man was telling me that, yo, Lagazee, this artist is a versatile artist. You know, you can feel everything in his song. You know what I mean? How is sound system culture in South Africa?
Sound system culture is quite beautiful. It's very well supported. We've even invented a new dub dance that we only have here in South Africa, or a type of stepping. So it's this beautiful culture that's going on with it. It's something that you have to really go and see and be a part of to feel it, because I think it's something that it can't be described. It has to be felt. It's like a whole organism moving at one. When you get in there, you become one family and everybody's just having a good time together. So it's a beautiful thing. And I wish more artists from around the world, from not even around the world, from here in Africa, from Kenya, from Ghana, from everywhere, they come and they perform with us, because I think that'll make the scene more vibrant. We have to be Pan-Africans. We have to connect with each other. And once we connect with each other, we can make the scene bigger. So I think that's one of the keys that we can use to grow it. But it's a beautiful place to be.
All right. It's a beautiful place to be. You understand me? Yeah, man. So, try and visit South Africa. Do you have any, plans in terms of featuring any Ghanaian artist?
Thank you for asking me. Thank you man, King Lagazee, thank you for asking me, because I want that so badly. Please hook me up with some Ghanaian artists. I love Ghanaian artists. I love the music that's going on in West Africa. Let's get it. I'm loving it. Please hook me up. I'm asking you personally, my king.
Yo, Dada, talk to me. Do you have any artists in mind?
Well, I was listening to a brother by the name of Red Dot. Is Red Dot from Ghana? Because he's got some amazing music that's popping off right now. And I really want to work with youth. I want the young up-and-coming artists. I don't really want the established names. They've already made their names. I want artists that are hungry, that are fighting for position. I'm fighting and I'm hungry. So those are the ones I want to link up with.
All right. So you want to link up with... you don't want established artists already, like the Stone Boy, like the Shattawali, like the Samini, and the rest, but you want artists who are hungry, right?
Yes, sir.
All
yes,
right.
Sir.
So
we got to do something new. No disrespect. I love the established artists. I don't want anyone to get me wrong. No disrespect. I love them. They're doing amazing music, but we got to give the youth a chance. So that's what I want to do.
All right. I will try and create some few links, and let's see which one you'll be interested in to, collaborate with. You understand? And I think it will be a beautiful thing. Have you ever recorded any dub for any sound system as yet?
Not yet. I would love to, though. I would love to, but not yet.
All right. Yeah, man.
Easy.
Yeah. All right. So my producer was telling me that you play in the Catch a Fire concert, in Jamaica, and being an African, playing over there, how was the response like?
It was very beautiful. Before when I started my performance and everything, I think they thought that I was Jamaican, but the feedback was so beautiful. But after I performed, the host had come back on stage and was saying that, look, he came all the way from South Africa. He came the furthest out of everybody. And then the crowd wanted me to teach them some Xhosa, some Zulu. So it became a little bit of a language course. I enjoyed that because that shows how we connect with each other. It's a beautiful thing. So I loved it. It was beautiful. We got to always connect with each other. I love that. I felt at home. That felt like home.
Wow. Yeah. On a more serious note, when I went to Jamaica, I was like, yo, seriously, truth be told, I never miss Ghana. I felt like I was home because I can relate to everything, the areas, how the street, how the, roads look tiny like Ghana and all that kind of thing. And the rough ridings on the road and all that, and the taxi man having problems with, I'm like, this is home, man. You know what I mean? So it is no wonder you felt like home when you were in Jamaica.
Easy.
Yes, sir. Beautiful place. Lutan Fire had told me, he had said, You know, when you get to Jamaica, it's a different kind of green. You never seen green like that. And I didn't know what he meant, you know, because Joburg is very built up, city-like and all that. Yeah. So when I got to Jamaica, I understood, yeah, it's green out there. It's beautiful. That's nice.
Yeah, but yeah, man, you know, when you go to the tropical, you know, regions, you know, in Ghana, you experience the green. You understand me? You know, but when you are in the capital city, you know, you can't feel that kind of green. But when you go to the remote areas and all that kind of thing, I mean, when you go to the tropics, you know, you experience the greens in Ghana. Yeah, you know what I mean, as well as in Jamaica. But look like in Jamaica, the green is kind of more. You understand? Even in Kingston, if you go, you know, popping into Tavern and Augustown and all those areas are green. You understand me? Almost everywhere is green. Yeah, man. So I can relate to what exactly you're saying.
Easy.
40 minutes gone into the R2 here on Asaase Radio, the voice of our land. We're live on 99.5 in Accra, 98.5 in Kumasi, 100.3 in Cape Coast, and 99.7 in Tamale. And my guest is Dada all the way from South Africa. This is your Pan-African radio station.
Easy.
Now, Dada, let's talk about the brand new one, Rise Up. What exactly motivated this single?
Well, you know, I was looking at the lockdown with COVID that we just came out of, and I started thinking about, you know, they call COVID a pandemic. But as an African man, there's so many pandemics that we're facing. We're facing a pandemic of unemployment. We're facing pandemics of poverty. We're facing pandemics of housing, gender-based violence, so many problems. And I thought, you know, there's so much problem and just things that bring you down in the world. What can rise you up? What can pick you up when you wake up in the morning? What rises you? What lifts you from bed? And that's where the concept of the song came up. I thought that I give praise when I wake up every morning. The strongest form of worship is praise. And so I put that into song. I always pray to Jah that whatever I do, it's not to be a reflection of myself. The music must never reflect me. It must always reflect him and his glory. And that's where Rise Up comes from.
All right.
Easy.
I have premiered Rise Up on Asaase Radio already, and everybody knows it. But as I have you on the line right now, I want you to introduce it whilst I play it over here.
Easy.
Asaase Radio, it's a beautiful thing right now. You chilling with the one and only 7-star General King Lagazee. Dada in the building. Rise up. Let's go.
So this is the brand new one of Dada, and he said he's not recorded any dubplate yet for any sound system. So we're going to challenge him to cut a dub for Lagazee Sound International on this particular song because we need it. We need it. Now, people are asking, Kofi Odroba all the way from the UK is asking that where can we get all these albums and this single, you know, to listen to in terms they want to download or they want to stream on and all that. Where can they find it and, you know, and all that?
So you can find the music on any online music store, iTunes, Spotify. I'm not sure what Android is using now, but the Android sites as well, even YouTube Music. Just check for Dada Music, and it'll lead you there. Alternatively, you can go to my website, dondadamusic.com. On my website, it has the links to all of my music and my social media pages and everything there. So you could check out either or.
All right. So it means your name Dada is on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all that, everywhere.
So on social media platforms, it's Dada Music, DONDADAMUSIC, no spaces. It doesn't matter what platform, it'll take you straight to me.
All right. So Massive, That's it. You understand me? He's everywhere. You can locate him everywhere. And you were talking about the album you're working on right now. You understand me? And you were saying that it's going to be ready in no time. How soon is that going to be?
It's 1 month away. It's 1 month away. We're in the final process, mixing, mastering, just compiling everything together. So last touches, and then it's out to the public. It's going to be so special. I called it The Heart and the Mind, and one disc reggae, one disc hip hop. Just something special. I wanted to show how I feel, how deeply both of these genres has impacted me. And I don't think I've ever seen myself personally, anybody do two genres, two discs, one album. So I thought it would be something special for the world.
Any reason why? I know you said this project is dear to your heart and all that, and you've never seen anyone doing two, genres on one, maybe typical, genres, one for this and one for that, but you are doing this too. Any reason why you're doing reggae and hip hop on the same album?
I don't think there's a specific reason. I think it's just to show, for me, that both of these genres, as I explained earlier, they belong together. They're genres that have spawned, one has spawned from each other. One's the father, the other's the son. So it's to show that togetherness. And then it's also to show my love for both genres. I think at times as an artist, people like to say, oh, so you're doing hip hop now, you don't like reggae. Oh, you're doing reggae, you don't like hip hop. Nah, I'm an artist, I'm a musician. I love all the music I make. So it's also to show people that versatility, that we can make all the genres that we love and release it at the same time. As long as your heart is in it, people are going to feel it. So that's the idea behind it. And then also, I want to touch all the youth of Africa. I know the youth love reggae music. I know the youth love hip hop. So I'm going to use the medium that they love to communicate with them. Those are the main ideas behind it,
All right. Now, I would want to know, how many songs are we going to have on the reggae side and also the hip hop side? And then, is there any feature on it?
With the features, keeping it very, very low. Just trying to think right now. I don't think there is any features. I'm doing it all myself. I want to show what I can do as an artist. I had a lot of features on my previous album, so I think this one is for me to show you what I do. And also, there's just so much that's been put into it. I've connected with such amazing people from all over the world. There's fields of amapiano, there's fields of hip hop. The music scene is so diverse, not only in South Africa, but just in the African continent. So there's a lot for me to encapsulate and touch in that album. And I feel that I've touched everything piece by piece, and people are going to enjoy it. In terms by the amount of tracks, I'm looking so far at 18 tracks. I might go 9 equals split, or I might go 8 to hip hop. Reggae is one of my big loves right now, so it might just get the extra songs. I don't know. We'll see. Y'all have to just keep a watch on what I'm doing. We'll see.
Right, and it's 1 month away, right?
Yes, sir. 1 month away. We're right there.
Okay. So, any plan of touring Africa?
I would love, that's what I'm trying to put together. I want to tour Africa. I would love to tour Africa before I tour any other place. I don't want to tour Europe and America before Africa. Africa is where it started. It's home. So I want to do Africa. I just need to I need people who can help me to set it up. Perhaps I'm talking to the right man. Let's see how it goes. So, yeah, that's the plans right now.
Definitely. We will see, the strings we can pull and see what exactly, we can do, in terms of the tours and all that kind of thing. Because the whole of Africa is watching and is listening to us on Asaase Radio, the voice of our land. My guest is the one named Dada, all the way from South Africa.
Easy.
Now, Don Dada, we can't wait for the album to drop. You understand me? And we'll be here waiting patiently, you know, to hear from you in terms of the album, and then we can take it from there. And yes, a month from now. Yes, a month from now.
Easy.
My producer was asking me whether it was a month from now, and I'm like, yeah, a month from now, everything is going to be ready. So stick up in, you know, no rush. Let's see what happens in this particular, you know, album of Don Dada. It's going to be reggae and also hip hop. Wrapping up with Don Dada. Speaking to me, I feel the sense of Pan-Africanism in you. I see your passion for Africa and all that. What do you make of Africans, you know, always going to the Western world for AIDS and all that, whilst we have everything here in Africa?
Well, you know, I think it also has to do with the colonial mindset. There's been a lot of teaching that has been taught to us throughout the centuries that need to be untaught. We have not been taught African pride. We've not been taught national pride. We don't even know what we have as resources fully to the full extent of what it can do, impact it can have on our nation. Our brands, our vehicles, the clothing that we wear, the furniture that we sit on, the televisions and things within our houses are not yet our very own. They are manufactured and owned patented by companies that are not African. So these are all things that we have to unlearn and re-educate ourselves in and make ourselves proud in who we are. So I wouldn't, you know, I don't like to put anybody down. So if people decide that they want to go and ask this specific entities or people for help, that's up to them. But you don't have to come home and build home, because when you build home, then you don't need help anymore. Then you have an empire, you have a kingdom that you can look at instead of looking at somebody else's. So that would be my.
All right.
Easy.
Don Dada, in leaving you finally, because we have 5 more minutes to wrap it up. In leaving you finally, what word of advice do you have for the whole of Africa listening to you right now?
Well, my first piece of advice would be never forget who you are. The name Africa is not even our name. It's derived from, was it a Greek or somebody who they said was brave enough to venture into the dark continent. We need to go back to who we are. We need to go back to being Kermit. We need to go back to being Akebulan. We need to be the land that we were, borderless, not respecting borders that were enforced and placed on us. We need to grow and build. We need to see our own potential and not let others take advantage of our potential. And secondly, I would like to say that to anybody who's listening to this today, a young artist or somebody that's struggling in life, I implore you to move, go forward, push forward. People join something that's moving. Nobody wants to join a train that has stopped. People want to jump on something that's moving and that's hot. So start moving. Whether you got a pencil, a pen, freestyling, whatever you can do to start the mission, start it. Once you begin, you'll get producers. You'll get whatever you need. They'll join you because you're doing something. So start moving and start doing today. Africa, we need to look at the ways of uniting. Let's get together and become what we were and not what they think we are. And let's be great. That's it.
All right. Thank you so much for your time and space, Don Dada. Yeah, man, we're family now, so anything you want, just hit me on the phone and trust me, we're good to go. Give time for your time and space, brother.
Easy.
Bless up, big brother. Thank you so much. Job, guide and protect. Enjoy the rest of the show. Boom, I'll be watching.
Respect.